Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and Estonians, and welcome! In today's video, we're going to be checking out Sanctuary Tales of Werewolves Tome 1. Implying there'll be another game if this one is successful. This game has been greenlight approved on Steam, currently costs £10.79. That's 10% off from its original price, £11.99, or your currency equivalent. Now, this is actually the beta version. This game is supposed to be coming out in the March time, around March, don't know when specifically, but I actually think this is a very sneaky strategy by developers these days. Also, this is an indie game from Artifice Studios. Just to talk about the game very quickly before I start complaining about a few things. Now, combining action and strategy in a unique way, Sanctuary Tales of Werewolves transports you into an epic folktale co-written with best-selling Canadian author Brian Perrault, in which two feuding brothers will have to put aside their differences to save their sister, who is pursued by the devil himself. Now, this is an action strategy RPG indie game, released March 2013. Purchase the game now, have immediate access to the beta, there's 30 achievements in all, and there's quite a few features in it about using fear to your advantage. You can customise your character, discover a rich universe. The universe isn't so rich at the moment, I haven't really been seeing anything like that. Fight heroically, hunt your enemies and plan your strategy. I'm not going to go into these key features too deeply. If you want to do that yourself, there's a link in the description to the Steam website page, of course. So, like I'm saying, beta release. This is quite sneaky because if you give people access to the game early and they can complain about it, you say, hey, it's the beta version. Can't complain about it. It's not the final product. We're going to get started on the problems that you're seeing at the moment. So that doesn't really give me any legitimate reason to actually complain about things I see in the game, like bugs and issues. And it's something that I've been seeing a lot of recently with the likes of, say, Don't Starve. Of course, I know that's not actually complete yet, but it's more or less the same thing. I've been seeing it with a lot of games on Steam recently. So, what's the first problem, of course? Well, the first problem is that the game cannot be played on dual monitors. I'm not even too sure why that is, because the game is only played on one monitor, but apparently a second monitor affects it. So, in order to play the game, you have to disconnect the second monitor. Then I have to, of course, change the resolution on my native monitor, because, of course, my options, there's no option to change resolution or windowed mode. This is the actual option screen itself. You can just change the anti-aliasing, mouse sensitivity, camera control, draw distance, language, frame rate cap, post-process effects, shadow quality. Everything's detailed, low. The game isn't too graphically sensitive, this is just the music and voice settings, so just to not to annoy you. So what's my other complaint about the game? Well, it's the narrative, the way that the story's told. In these little cutscenes, I find it rather annoying. I also don't think the voice acting is all that great, but like I said, I can't really complain too much because it's an indie game and it's in beta. Okay, not enough complaining. What we're going to do is going to load a day. Now, you get a choice to play with... Actually, before we do that, it's going to go back here very quickly. Now, you have the choice of playing with one or two brothers. This is the melee more oriented guy, and this guy here is the more range oriented. If I click on new game here. Let's see, Joe's normal difficulty. And then we have Jack, high difficulty. Let's click on Jack. Oh, Jack, how's it going? Jack suits strategic players that favour cunning and traps to survive. No, I didn't go for that guy, I went for Joe's. More or less, cancel that. Sorry, pushing escape doesn't actually bring you back a section of the screen. So I went for Joe's here, the melee-oriented guy. So the first 3 days were tutorials, but not going to show you those. I'm going to show you what happens when you jump into the game normally. If you continue, you'll go back. Yeah, don't really care. Also, I'm drinking my tea, it's why my voice sounds a bit bunged up. Ah, delicious. 2 sugars. English breakfast. So here's a cutscene. Eventually.
Ha! Well, hello to my saviors! Lord Almighty! What's the matter with your sister?
Don't really know yet. Strange things are happening.
Tell me about it. I was going to the W. Hood Company to get men to help me fix the bridge to the village, only to find out that the camp had been attacked. We found guys that had been half-eaten. Not a pretty sight. They say there are vile beasts prowling around here.
We'll see about your troubles a little later, Miller. The important thing is to get the bridge fixed so we can save our sister. Joe, run to the village and get Dr. Lamontagne. Bring him back here as quickly as you can. Josephine is too weak to make the trip.
Say, sister, don't suppose you saw Dr. Lamontagne in the village? My little sister's very sick and I was sent to get him.
No, he hasn't been seen in 2 days. What's more, ever since the church burned down, the priest hasn't been showing himself. He doesn't want to see anyone. You know, there are people who say that your sister is a witch, and that it was all her fault.
I'm not surprised. So there's nothing you can do for us?
The best I can offer you is divine peace. Would you accept my blessings?
Bless me. I'm all yours.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, so that's pretty much how the story is told. We also cutscenes at the beginning of a mission. Now, this is a sort of central hub area. I'll show you this actually. This is actually the convent. Now I can actually bless my bullets. I'll be getting onto your bullets in just a second. Guess I'm blessing my bullet. It costs money. Also, she looks like she's about to receive another blessing, if you know understand what I mean. Way, lumberjack pawn. Okay, return to town. So this is our village. This is a sort of hub where you get to buy things, upgrade your items and your ammo and stuff like that. We have the hotel, which allows us to buy booze. Now buying booze has certain perks. I'm showing you that all in game in a second. Here's a very nasty ice scratch. That's what he gets for scratching his blisters. Okay, so we can buy booze. Looks like we can buy up to 12 bottles, sorry. These all have different abilities, like this increases my hit points, this one increases my stamina, and this one increases my damage per second. So I want to buy 2 of those, why the heck not, return to village. Then of course we have the hardware store, or the blacksmith. This allows me to upgrade my melee weapon, or buy a new melee weapon. Cost a bit, don't really have that much money at the moment. I'll probably do that in a couple of moments. And as you saw, we have the convent over there, we have the maid that's closed, the church is closed unfortunately, and then we have the general store, which allows me to buy more upgrades like a new gun, bullets. Oh my goodness, look at his big nose. See, that's what I'm on about, the bad animation. His talking is like really bad there. But I'm not going to complain too much. It looks like somebody's just got a handshake with his arms and just talking with the mouth. It's like a puppet. So I'm going to buy 1 or 2 bullets there. I'm good. Hubert's playing Daisy. Come on, Hubert. Systematic needs to make his video. And return to the village. There we go. So now we can just return to our home. So, the game works in 2 stages. The first is the strategy phase, and the second is the actual combat phase. This is the strategy phase, this is the first phase, during the day. This is where you get to plan all your traps and plan everything. And you all see these little cards that you see on the screen here. These are oracle cards, I do believe they're called. They give you stats about the enemies that are going to be spawning in this wave, its characteristics, and recommended traps to be used against them. So if I say click on a werewolf over here, it's not only going to tell me its travel route as well, it's also going to give me its hit points, its characteristic. It's very resistant to all personal weapons, except those that are blessed. And then over here we have the wolf, which has 10 hit points. Recommended traps are the wolf trap, hanging net, and spike trap. And then of course we have another werewolf over here. So what we're going to have is 3 enemies spawning. Actually we're going to have 5 enemies spawning. One is going to be over here, and the other one is going to be over here. So what I'm hoping to do is set some traps over here, so I don't have to actually deal with this one. So let's click over here. And it kills wolves and grand wolves. Oh, 3 points of damage to the creatures. Oh dear, that's going to be troublesome, isn't it? So let's see what I got. I have wolf traps. Wolf traps instantly kill wolves, but they... Let's see, I've got 3 wolves spawning down there. So if I just go 1, 2, 3, hopefully that's going to be all the wolves sorted out down there. Now as you saw I was placing that, this little green bar came down. This is my AP bar. This is all abilities, all traps cost AP, some of them even cost money. As you can see down this screen down here, so if I click on down here, that costs time, no money. If we click on the bonfire, no money. Trap, so the wolf trap is the only one that costs money. Around 10 cents. Now I can clear all any traps that I don't want by clicking on this button here. This X button is going, la la, get rid of that trap, put it back on. Or if I want to get rid of all my traps, click on this one over here. Now I think that's everything I actually want. Although I've got to deal with the wolves over here still, haven't I? So what I can do is delay this one over here. I'm thinking about this one. So let's see, 1, 2, 3 of those down there to delay it. Then I'm going to stick on. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put this rock trap over here. This is like a hanging net trap that hangs from the roof, that hangs between the trees. What I can do is shoot it down while there's enemies below it and kill them. Okay, so then we have this wolfie down here. That wolf's going to run straight into the house. So how am I going to deal with that? That, and then I'm going to put a little bait underneath it there. Okay, I think that'll do. So when you're done putting down your traps, you click on your inventory. And this is the character customization. Now I have my booze, I have my other booze, and my weapons here, my bullets, my silver bullets as well. I also have skills. I've already done this, but you can customize your character by leveling up the skills. Like I have traps over here, which I'm leveling up in. Your traps hold the beast for 10 seconds, including werewolves and mycons. Now this gradually levels up to, say, trapping level 2. This now inflicts 10 points of damage to werewolves and grand werewolves. And then we have trapping 3, which holds beast for 25 seconds, as well as inflicts 15 points of damage. Now this works for things like such as intimidation, a second win, cover 25% of my stamina points after killing an enemy, as well as lumberjacking. When you cut wood, you gain 3 more sense, yada yada yada. And then we have baiting, 25% longer to devour bait. Then you have sniping. Your rifle shots now cause 100% more damage when you fire from the top of a watchtower. That's good. Netcrafting, all that other kind of stuff. You can customize your character whatever way you want. I've gone for the flying brace and bit over here, which prevents the accumulation of up to 2 rage points and the execution of an enraged attack, causing additional damage. I'll explain that in the game right now. But right now we're just going to click the start night. Start night. And then we're going to pop into the game. The second part of the game, the action part. Here we go, a little cutscene. Got to defend my sister. One of these guys even sleep. Okay, click to continue. So, let's see, you have 2 options. You have your melee weapon here, but if you push and hold control, you have your rifle. Let's shoot it. Oh dear, that was silly of me. So in order to reload your rifle, you have to spam right click. Like that. Okay, now see the minimap, the enemies are spawning, the wolves are dead. And over here we have a werewolf. And he's creeping along over. There we go, now he's under the trap up here. So I shoot the trap. Bing! And the wolf goes down. Let's finish him off in melee combat. Now, werewolves are actually resistant to damage, which makes them a lot tougher to kill. However, if I run around here, I'll be able to catch up with this werewolf over here and be able to take him out a lot more easier. So, a few things. Down the bottom left hand corner of the screen, you can see a number. There's 20, that's called my fear factor. Now, enemies have a number as well, this is their fear factor. Now, when their number is higher than your number goes up gradually, they'll attack you and not be afraid of you. So, if I want my enemies to be afraid of me, I can shout at them using Q. Now, Q also serves as a distraction as well, because if you see my mini-map down there, there's like a red circle area. That's pretty much the radius of my shout. Now, enemies can hear me, and they'll run over to where I shouted, which allows me to plant traps and plan accordingly. See, if I shouted underneath this net trap before the wolf came over. I'm getting a bit too far away. Before the wolf came over, he'd come over here, he'd investigate, and he'd wonder what the hell happened. Also, there's a little green circle and by the arrow that's currently by my play marker on the minimap. That's my sounder as well. And of course, my sound, of course, distracts enemies as well. Say, shooting a gun, running faster. So, walking at brisk paces is normally the best way to go. Okay, so he's going to take his time. So, what I'm thinking about doing is just pretty much just going from, let's show him combat quickly for a second here. Oi, Wolfie! I'm going to smash your face in! There we go, just keep spamming the melee button there. Then he hits me and misses. Now, I have stamina. Just run around in the circle, this pretty much distracts them. Now, see my axe is glowing there? That means I can use a power attack like that. But of course the wolf is resistant to my attacks. I'm just going to keep him knocking down like that. Kind of easy. I'm not going to complain too much about it though. Because I'll be able to upgrade my character. Also, this is the way I want to build my character, more melee oriented. Unfortunately, I can't punch things. Which saddens me just a little. And now we're just going to finish him off. Although we keep missing each other, it's like a knife fight in Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Black Ops. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off you bastard. Okay, get too low, just push 1 to increase my health. That's me drinking my booze. And he's gone down. And we won the match. Way hey. Not bad if I do say so myself. None of the objectives were hurt. So the goal of the enemies is of course to destroy the objectives, like the hen house as well as the house stats. My guy came out at the beginning of the match. Of the round, sorry. And this is our post-match screen, which tells me how much money I've got, how much currency I've gotten. The night scenery, pretty good. Okay, we're done with that. Continue. Okay, that's the first map I'm going to show you. Now, things get a little more complicated from this point on. Because the map has now opened up a bit more. Continue. I'm actually going to skip this cutscene because it's a bit, well, quite boring actually. The minimum problem is December 9th. So skip the cutscene. Can't be bothered with it. It's just telling me that this part of the map is now opened up. So the tutorial for the wood company, nope. Spike traps now available for me. So let's explain what's going on now. Yes, now I've got to defend the mill now. Great. Okay, so here's what happens. I can now cut wood for money down here. See this tree here? I can now click once or twice. Yay, and I've got a bit more money, which allows me to spend more traps. Now this is going to be in 2 waves. First wave, if we click on this first wave, it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Also, these are grand wolves. They move 2 times faster than wolves, and they have more hit points. And in the second wave, we're going to have 1 up here, 1 heading towards the hen house, 2 heading towards the hen house, and then we're going to have a werewolf down here. So how am I going to plan this accordingly then? Okay, so wave 1 concentrates more on the area down here. So if I go into my inventory, click on my skills, my traps now inflict 10 points on werewolves and grand werewolves. So that's going to be fine. I'm going to return that. Do you want to cancel? I don't want to cancel. That's what I want. Okay, so there you go. We're going to return now. Now, I could also head back into town and buy a few things like some stamina potions, but I'm going to leave it for the time being. Just going to concentrate on my traps a bit more. So let's see. These cost 20 action points each. And we're going to be able to have to defend the home down here. So what I'm wanting to do is click on my spikes down here, and I cannot set them across the path here. That's bloody annoying. Can I put it just up there? Let's see. Does the bait have an AoE? There we go. So hopefully the wolves will run into the spike trap over there. All in the meantime, we have to worry about the werewolves over here. So let's see. Grand werewolves times 2. Traps inflict 30. So what I want to be doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, as you saw, that took up quite a lot of my AP, so it's not really viable now. Yeah, that's where things start to get quite tricky. So what I might want to do is just surround the big outside of the place here with spike traps. But I cannot actually put anything else down. Bloody annoying if you ask me. There we go. So if we just line the bridge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, okay, I'm putting those traps down. See, now things get difficult at this point on because I don't really know how to handle anything else. So let's see, the next wave, we're going to have a werewolf. And this area down here is going to be bloody... Oh my goodness, this is where I'm going to panic. This is where I'm going to lose it. Okay, start night. Why the heck not? Start night. Now I know what I'm doing. So my one problem with this game is that the traps don't actually feel very automated. I'm actually going to compare this with Orcs Must Die. The only difference between this game and Orcs Must Die is that instead of the Orcs Must Die being
enraged.
Okay, enraged. That's just a tutorial telling me that if you hit enemies enough, they become enraged. So if I compare this to Orcs Must Die 2, because I have to, Orcs Must Die 2 has more linear paths. This has more open wide paths, and also the maps are much larger. Like as you can see here, I have to actually sprint in order to get over to the other side quickly enough. But of course, my sprinting requires stamina, which of course means I can't reach it quick enough. So now I have to wait. Now sprint again. Bait's being devoured. I'll now be detected by Wolfie over here. Now I'm just going to run across the bridge. Because screw you, Wolfie. Now my lumber mill is taking damage. I'm protected by these boys. Okay, these guys aren't scared of me at all. So watch this. Now if I just wait for it, then I roar, I shout. Now the fear factor has gone down. Which means they're not going to be willing to attack me. They're going to be scared. They're going to be running off to the side like that. Hey, uppercut. There's 2 down. So the wolves died. The werewolves died now. But now I have the problem of my house being attacked. Okay, so they're still eating the bait. That's fine. So now that he's dealt with, I'm going to have to run all the way around here just to defend the house. And now I can't run again. So use some booze. This takes time. Oh dear. You have to run over here. Chances that the house is going to be torn down, and I'm going to fail the level miserably. So what I might be able to do is get my gun. Okay, so that wasn't actually loud enough to distract the wolves. That's not good. And now the house has half of its health. Oh dear. And of course now we're stuck just walking at brisk pace. Come on, fuckers. I'm too exhausted to attack. So whenever I'm out of stamina, I can't attack anymore. Luckily, the wolves don't want to attack anymore. Well, there we go. Never mind, his fear's gone down. He's a... Yeah, he's a risky one, isn't he? There we go. He's dead. Boom. And number 2's dead. So now I have to worry about the chickens in the chicken coop over here. So while waiting, I'm going to reload my gun. There we go. So we have 4 things to worry about here. Okay, let's take a look now. Wolves are spawning. Dogs are oh, shoot. Got to defend the house from the werewolf, haven't I? Oi, come here. Come here. Okay, I would have figured that he would have activated the spike trap somehow. Oh dear, he's gonna screw me over. See now, this is where I'm gonna die. Okay, bait has been devoured. Let's see if I can't uppercut you into the trap. Nope, guess can't. Not good, not good. Okay, so he's gone down. Oh, let's keep waiting out on him. Now I see wolves are resistant to my attack, so this is actually quite difficult. And of course I'm missing. And also he's still not afraid of me because my roar has a 3-minute cooldown. So the chicken coop is going down. Okay, so if he's following me, maybe I can actually come down here. And distract whatever's going on down here to make sure that... Oh, ooh, okay, that's good. So I can distract them all. So I'll take down the doggy. Okay, this way I'm going to get completely screwed over. Because I can't do anything. I should have lit a bonfire down here or something, which allowed me to increase my fear factor. Oh! Yeah, it's not going well. So this is where the game actually comes... Well, I personally think the game sort of comes short. Okay, it's 1 down. I might be able to do it. I think I've done it. No, I've got to kill the werewolf on the other side of the map over here, which is about to destroy the sawmill. There we go, 1 more hit and the sawmill's going to go down. I have no way of getting over it, so I was just about to do this map. Finally. There we go, and I failed the map. Phidias was killed. Oh dear, what a shame. No love lost here. So my traps wouldn't set off even though they were right outside of here. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just going to leave it at that. We're going to click Dawn because I can't really be bothered trying that map again. Maybe another time when I'm actually feeling like playing the game. And we're going to leave the video at this. This has been the beta build of this game. Sang&Freud. Sang&Freud? I forget what the bloody name of the game is. Okay, Alt-Tab. Sang&Freud Tales of Werewolf. Sorry, there's a link in the description if you want to download it yourself. And that's all the time I have. I've been Systematic, and a big thank you all for watching. Don't forget to pay your taxes by liking and posting a comment, and subscribe to join Systonia today. And I will see you soon.